Sprout Social tutorial, full in-depth tutorial. In this video, we're going to be talking about Sprout Social and how you're going to be able to use this software easily for yourself. So you can use the software in different ways and you can use it for different schemes of businesses as well. Now, in my case, I'm going to be using it for a small scale enterprise that I run up. Okay, and I'm going to be giving you an example accordingly by using Sprout's strong social media management. We're going to be going through the different SEOs. We're going to go through the different keyword assignments that it gives us, different researches that we can do, and how you can use this to scour in the high fields of business. Okay, so to start things off, we're going to come over to sproutsocial.com. Now, in sproutsocial.com, what you're going to do is you're going to go to try for free. And once you go to try for free, the best part about Sprout Social is that it gives you 30 days free on its paid platform without asking you for a credit card. That's the best part about it all. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on try 30 days for free. And once we go to try 30 days for free, we're going to go ahead and add the names. So we're going to add names. We're going to add the email required. And once we do that, we're going to add in the password. So once we add in our wanted password, we're going to click on create account. And now that you click on create account, it's going to bring you here to connect a profile. Now it says attach a profile to see how Sprout can help you properly grow your business. Okay. So you can choose to attach a Facebook page, Instagram profile, LinkedIn, or Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my Facebook page. All right. Now, obviously, to start off with Sprout, you will need to attach some type of social media widget. I'm going to go over to my section over here. I'm going to click on continue. You're going to give Sprout the permissions it requires. And trust me, Sprout, extremely trusted. Your data is extremely safe with Sprout. No data is going to go here or there. Now it says choose your Facebook page you want to go with. So I'm going to go with this, John's Shoe Store. So I run a retail shoe store and I'm going to choose that page. Now it says connection successful. If you want to choose any other page, you can go with that, but I'm going to skip on that and click on next. So once you click on this, it brings you to organization name. We're going to add that. So obviously I'm going to add the same name. I'm going to go with John's Shoe Store. Okay. We're going to add that straight into this section and it asks us the organization size. So you're going to select a viable option. I'm going to go with 11 to 50 employees. Are you an agency? I'm going to go with no. And now we're going to go with next. Now it says, what are you here to do? So in Sprout, I will be either doing the work or overseeing the team. I'm going to go with doing both. I'll use Sprout to understand brand sentiment, improve my strategy. I'm going to go with that. Schedule posts in advance. I'm going to go with that. Drive brand awareness. Yes, I'm going to go with that. Make my team faster and more accountable. Let's go with that. Now, over here, we can go to respond comments as well. I'm going to keep that off because I don't necessarily need that. And quickly analyze and monitor social media efforts. We're going to go with all that. Now, once you choose all of that, you're going to click on finish. And this brings you to your Sprout Social dashboard. Okay, so this is your Sprout Social dashboard. And your dashboard brings you with a lot of cases to work with. Now, the cases that it's going to bring you to work with are the dashboard in analytics. Now here, if we were to go into more of the details, you can see your latest activities. In this section, you can see the to-dos that you've kept up and all the other contact posts that you have. You can also get different overviews like the performance overview, content label. Now, moving over, once you've gone through the performance overview and content labels, what you can do from there is you can also get the core optimal send times with the brand sentiment where you can uncover what the people are saying about the brand, okay? Now, once we've talked about the main dashboard and analytical section, we can go over to our smart inbox. Now, what is the smart inbox? Let's go ahead and discuss about that. So basically, on your social media, let's say there are tons and tons of different messages you get, all right? So it could be emails, it could be private messages, it could be group messages, it could be sales messages, whatever. So you can answer all of that in one space, okay? And that is, in my opinion, a very incredible feature to have. And the reason for that is because you don't immediately have to go to Facebook all the time when you keep on getting different emails, different messages, okay? So you can access all of that from this section over here. And the best part about accessing all these things from one section is that it keeps a pretty fast and seamless workflow, okay? Things have to be adjusted in one place, and while they're adjusted in one place, you can, just terrifically go ahead and optimize those things accordingly for your social media. And we can see all the messages over here, all the private messages in this section, the completed messages over here. Completed are basically the replied messages. These are the saved messages that you want to revisit later. Reply approvals in case you reply to a, you could say, prospect or client. Those could get approved over here. And you can create a new message from this section as well. So if you want to create a new message with a prospect or a client, you can select a specific course in this case and do it. Then moving over, we can go over to the cases. Now, in the cases section, basically cases make your social care much easier. Okay, once there are cases, they are going to display here, and users with create case permissions can assign messages from the inbox or reviews to agents for fast resolution. So it's basically agent client work. And again, it's a pretty good thing or a good feature to have for your workspace, and you can use it accordingly with your features. Moving over, we have feeds. Now, the feed section basically brings you to the Twitter feeds where you can see what's happening to people you follow. You can get the Instagram hashtags with different RSS readers. You can also get different publishings, different listenings, and different reports to accordingly work with. All right. So these are pretty fun and really good integratory details that you can add for people that follow you on X. And you can get it for different people that follow you on social media in different ways. Okay. Then moving on, we have publishing. Now, this is a very important section. Publishing is where you can actually go ahead and schedule different posts at different times. All right. So let's say I want to schedule a post for the 27th. Okay. And once you come over here, you can write in any post, like let's say my first test post using Sprout Social. Okay, we're going to add that in. You can select your workflow. Okay, so you can either create a custom workflow, or I'm going to go with the workflows that they give us on templates. So I'm going to go ahead with the template workflow for now. Click on create approval or approval template. And once that is done, you are going to go ahead and continue editing. Give it the first step, test 1. I'm going to give the approval by myself. You're going to add another step to this if you want to, if you want approval from multiple people and we're in workplace. And once you do that, you're going to go to save, and that basically sets up your post. Okay. And moving on, once you have selected the content approval workflow, you're going to come down here. You're going to add different labels for yourself. So let's say I'm going to go with webinar, announcement, etc. And we have campaigning. So this is where you can create new campaigns for yourself as well. So if we come to campaigning, click on create a new campaign, you can give your campaign different names. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and add a name. I'm going to call this test campaign. Okay. Once you call it that, you are going to come over here to the date range. You can choose different date ranges for yourself. So let's say I'm going to go to 26th. So from 19th to 23rd. Once you do that, you can choose the group visibility. I'm going to go with John's Shoe Store, and you can give a campaign brief where you can provide different strategic or creative directions for your team. And, it's visible in composing while printing posts or on the campaign homepage. Pretty straightforward and pretty easy stuff to get your head around. So you can add a whole brief over here, and that basically saves your campaign. So I'm going to click on save over here. And once we click on save, what you can do from that section is connect your ad manager to actually promote things. So you're going to connect an ad account. It could be your Google AdSense account or Meta AdSense account, whatever you want can be placed in this section. And this is for, posting to larger audiences. It's to, get larger outlooks for yourself and get specific days and times. Let's say I'm going to go with immediately. Okay. And you can also see the error warning. It says your post must be a schedule, and it should be a draft post before it can be submitted for approval. You're also going to want to make sure that you have a verified Facebook page, because if it's not verified, it will not submit it. So you can get a campaign brief over here, and the campaign brief can be seen in the post-apocalyptic section over here, where you can add a campaign brief for it. It's pretty important to add campaign information front and center whenever you or a team member creates a post for this campaign. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, and it gives you a good idea on how you can start off a post, schedule a whole post with different workflows and campaign settings integrated into it. Okay. And in the publishing section, you can also go ahead and add in Sprout queues. So what this is that you can fill in the gaps in your calendar by adding queues, and it sends your audience different things each day by engaging them. So if you go over to add your queue here, let's say we're going to create a queue post. So this basically adds a queue, schedules another post draft. So once you schedule another post draft, you can go ahead and compose as much as you want. And again, in the publishing section, you get more over details. So if I were to come to publishing again, you can get more features up to mark. So obviously you could say posts you create also are created as a draft, and you can find them in a draft section. You can go to the needs approval section and get approvals for different campaigns as well. Then there's rejected, where you're going to find all the campaigns that personally got rejected by the client. You can also come over to the campaign section, where you can either see the active campaigns or you can find the archived campaigns for yourself, including with the asset library. Now, this is where the posts you put up, which have images, media, or any type of, you could say, consumable media, it can be found here. Or you can even upload something by yourself. So let's say I'm going to upload this image. Okay, just a random image. I'm going to upload this straight to my asset library. And once it's in your asset library, you can go ahead, add this, and you can use this as an asset for different posts that you have for publishing. Okay, so again, if we were to go over to calendar, you're going to schedule any random post, or you're going to start a draft. So if I go to start a draft, okay, you can easily add you could say, asset into this section. So if I were to go over here and I'm going to click on upload media, we're going to go and upload images. Now you can either do that through this section, or you can go to your asset library where we have already uploaded things. You're going to click on attach, and as you can see, it attaches the photo. We're simply going to wait for it to load up, and there we go. So just like this, you can attach as many assets as you like, as many pieces of media as you like on your basic library section. And once you've attached them, you're pretty much set to go from there. So, it's things like these that keep your workspace and workflow extremely automated. And it gives you a good general idea on how we're going to want to work with these things for ourselves. Then obviously you're going to create a draft of whatever kind you want. So just like this, as you can see, we have created a draft of our post, and you can set it up for uploading accordingly by going to the edit section. Then you can also create something called the Sprout link in bio. So you can drive traffic from Instagram to your content with one link, where you can connect an Instagram profile to set up your Sprout link in the bio. So you can easily connect your Instagram and whatever Instagram you create or connect. According to that, it's going to create the link in bio thing. So any Sprout link in bio, you can add it, and that basically helps you in getting, more viewers, more listers. It drives you more sales because now you have proper links in bio that people are going to see. And obviously, if your marketing is good enough, they are going to come over to it and they are going to check it out. Then moving over, we have mobile reminders, where you can schedule on your desktop and post on the go. First, you can connect an Instagram or TikTok profile so you can publish to the network. And then once you have done that, you're going to add in a phone number. And then finally, you can schedule a post. And once that post is about to be scheduled, you are going to get a reminder, or you are going to get a notification on the mobile number that you've added that the post is about to be scheduled. So again, these are things that you're going to want to keep in mind. You can start over through this again if you want to, but we're going to skip on that. We're also going to come over to finding content. So finding content is an endless source of content at your fingertips, okay? So it says, what's a topic that your audience cares about? So I'm going to go with shoes. I'm going to do that. And now we're going to click on find content. Now, this is a very helpful section in Sprout Social because this actually tells you what other people have uploaded posts according to the keywords that you've searched. So for shoes, we have Crest Vibe sneakers, the Loyal Runner routine, common household cleaning product. So different, you could say, widgets and different posts that you can actually work with. And, it gives you you could say, base main idea of what type of posts you want and what your competitors are actually doing, okay? And whatever your competitors are doing, you're going to want to keep a good, decent idea of how you're going to work accordingly with them, because it, generally just gives you a good idea of how you can, find different posts, different keywords accordingly to this. Then, moving on, what you can do is coming back in the publishing section, you can find in your failed posts. So if there's any failed posts on the go, it's going to update that as well. So it's a lot like mobile reminders. You're going to add in your phone number. And once you enter your phone number, it's going to send a link. Okay. So it tells you and lets you know that if you want to easily revise or resend a failed post, you can easily do that through your phone number. Okay. So this is also a very important widget because let's say we have scheduled like 20 posts to go out in one day. Now, out of those 20 posts, 3 did not post. So it's going to let us know, and we can do that even away from our computer, which is a really good element of, feature that it personally added in this section. Then you can go over to deleted posts as well, where you can find all the deleted or archived posts from your calendar in this section. So any post that you delete will be found here. And once you find them here, you can actually go ahead and edit it accordingly to your workspace and see how it works. Now, moving on from publishing, you can also come over to listening. Now, what exactly is listening and how does it help your workspace? So basically, listening is a very, you could say, well-featured place. Now, basically in listening, you can go ahead and listen to different content that resonates. And it's basically an area that creates a custom topic or easily monitors new topics with the new intuitive query builder. So, you're going to go ahead and find keywords through listening through different leverages on social media. And it's an ultimate, you could say, AI strategic partner that you can get. So you can go ahead and connect with a listening expert, and it helps you go ahead and listen different things like competitor insights. It goes ahead and helps you with finding content that helps you listen well as well. And if there are any active topics, you can find them over here. So let's say we have an active topic called espresso. Okay. Now, obviously, if you write an espresso, it basically insinuates coffee because espresso is a good keyword to bring up the coffee topic. Now, over here, it says coffee increased by 6% in messages since last period, mentioned in 20% of messages. And, generally, it also added to the flair of your actual product. Okay, you can also get a conversation breakdown for yourself where you get things like Starbucks lovers, brown sugar coat, baby, iced OD, drink, too many words, years, coffee, name, espressos, etc. So these are, you could say, different keywords that you can use in relation to the actual espresso keyword. And this is what listening is good for. Then it also shows you the performance. So Espresso has a total volume of 453, total engagements of 2,530, average engagements of 5.58, and potential impressions of around 5.3 million with a lot of unique authors and a lot of positive sentiment. So these are things that can work individually with each other, and they work pretty well in my opinion. You can also see the network overview of where these impressions are potentially coming from. So we have Twitter with a lot of them, we have Reddit with a lot of them, and the normal web with a lot of them. Now, Twitter has the most potential impressions, around 5.3 million, and a lot of engagements, likes, and comments as well. So we know that espresso is a keyword that would do good on Twitter. So if I were to go ahead and start a topic on, let's say I'm going to click on new topic, and you're going to start with a template. So I'm going to go with a custom topic over here. Now I'm going to call this shoes. Okay. Now, once we call this shoes, you're going to go ahead and create a custom topic type. Let's go with campaign or brand health. Once you do that, it says pick your sources. Select at least one network to listen to. So to select the one network you want to listen to, let's go ahead with Facebook. Okay. You can search page name. Let's say I'm going to go with Nike. And once we go with Nike's Facebook page, what you're going to do over here is you're going to craft your queries if you want to. I'm going to include some keywords as well. So let's say I'm going to go with Jordans. I'm going to go with Blazers, and I'm going to go with Dunks. Okay, we're going to add that. Now, once you do that, what you can do from there is you can add a new group, which is basically running a loop for the groups you have. You can also exclude different keywords if you want to. Now, once all of this is done, you're going to go ahead to preview your topic. And here it opens up your topic preview for listening. And as you can see, you can get the total volume of searches, and you can get different dunks over here. You can see dunks. It keeps going on with dunks, Jordans, Blazers, and a whole lot more. So it goes on and on. So what you're going to want to do is, just according to this, you're going to get your individuality. So let's say I'm going to keep it only on Facebook, right? Now, once you keep it only on Facebook, you're going to go to update topic preview. And what it's going to do is it's going to load things in for your update. And once it updates your topic preview, you can check things out accordingly for yourself. Okay. So that is how you can, basically help yourself with the main social media marketing. You can help yourself with the bases or, the general ideas of Sprout Social and how you can use the social application for yourself. Okay. Then moving on, we can go over to reports. Now, what is the report section and how does it help you? So the report section basically gives you different analytics and performances of different things. So we have post performance, profile performance, and tag performance. So the post performance basically reviews the lifetime performances of the posts you publish during the publishing period. Profile performance gives you an understanding, growth, and health of your social profiles. Tag performance gives you monitor trends and analyzes performance of your tagged messages. Moreover, you can go with strategy and insights, where you can get profile performance, understanding and the growth and health of your social profiles with Google Analytics as well. So you can analyze how social activity drives your website traffic, determine your impact on Facebook. You can determine your impact on Instagram by using hashtags. Same with LinkedIn, X profiles, trends, report, and X keywords. Then we have competitive analysis. Now, this is more related to your competitors. This is more related to other people on the platform. So, competitor performance compares your profile to competitors to see how you stack up. You can get competitor posts where you can review the lifetime performance of competitor posts published during the selected date range. Then you can compare your profile to competitors to see how you stack up. Connect an X profile to see the support, or compare your profile to competitors to see how you stack up. Same with Instagram competitors, where you can compare your profile to competitors to see how you stack up on the Instagram surface with hashtags. Same go with content performances, where you can see how your past content has performed across different channels, export and share results across your team. So again, same goes with each platform, different performances, paid or unpaid, how much drive you reached, how much sales you reached, how much, leads you've gotten, etc. So I'm going to go with one of these. So let's go with competitor analysis. Okay. I'm going to go with competitor performance. Now, once you go with cross network competitor performance, here it gives you a whole report on how that performance is going through and how the performance is, efficiently done. So here it brings us to the summary where it says compare your profile performance to your competitors. So once you're over here you can see that the followers I have are quite less, but the followers my competitor has a lot. So which competitor sources are we going with? So for coffees, I'm going to go with Starbucks coffee. Okay. And the sources that we're going to go with is, let's say, Sprout coffee. Okay. And now you can actually compete between these two. Now, I myself have a lot of less things, but my competitor has a lot. So just like this, you can see the individualities between us. You can see our audience growth. You can also see the average competitor rate. You can see our publishing behavior. So obviously the competitor publishes a lot more. So the competitor publishes around 74 posts per day, whereas we post only 56. So when it comes to the posting format, obviously we're a few short. And obviously being a few short is not the good case. Then you can see your top posts as well. So, these are your top posts accordingly working with each other. You can see the different engagements and you can also see the different views by aggregate if you want to get into that. And moving on, you can also go into other performances, as I told you, like profile performance, let's say. So if I want to go ahead and see my own profile performance, it gives me a basic performance summary that I can get on. So we have impressions. So I have around 5,400 impressions almost. Then we get engagements, post link clicks, engagement rules, and you can get a graph analytic for that as well. You can also see your total audience and total net audience growth with different message volumes that you can get for yourself as well. You can also get impressions where you can review how your content was seen across networks during the reporting period, see the engagements, the different engagement rates, and how many video views you can generally get. This is obviously the demo mode as well, where you can get a base render report demo mode for yourself. And moving on, you can also go ahead and get analytics for post performance, tag performance, paid performance, and different competitor performance with competitor posts for yourself as well. You can get different profiles by network, you can get paid by network, and you can get competitors by network as well. So, these are individual widgets and individual analytics that you can get for your workspace easily. Now, you can also come over to people. So, what exactly is people and how do you operate with that? So, let me talk to you about that. So, over here, it says no people found. Okay. So, the people you find over here are basically your follower accounts, your sources, and your VIP list. So, basically, first of all, the sources that you have are the people you're actually competing with or the people you're following up to. Okay, those are the two people that could be the sources. Then you have the follower count. The follower count is obviously the amount of followers you get while you're on Sprout Social. Those are going to appear over here. And the VIP list is the people who have achieved some VIP subscription from you. Those will appear in the VIP section as well. And you can create a certain VIP list for them to, group them along with their profiles easily and simply. So, once we've gotten a basic idea of that, this is generally how you're going to use Sprout Social and how you're going to use it for different individualities when it comes to social media content management and social media work ethics. Now, one more thing that you can do is you can come over to reviews. Now, reviews is also a very famous and very useful part when it comes to Sprout Social. So in reviews, what you can do is you can monitor and strengthen your online reputation. So first of all, you're going to connect a profile for reviews. So let's say I'm going to go to Facebook page. Okay. Once you go to page, I'm going to click on connect page. We're going to click on go to page. Now, once you click on go to page, it sends you a Facebook authorization and you're going to want to connect to that authorization. So obviously you're going to go with a page that's going to connect well. I'm going to go with this one. And once you click on next, you can basically either import reviews or you can get reviews in this section pretty easily. All you're going to need to do is you're going to command your Sprout Social and that should do things for you. Now over here, the profile management section brings you here where you can go with the users. Let's say I'm going to go with full publishing on my users. I'm going to click on done. And once you click on done, basically all the viewing that you get is going to appear over here and you can connect more pages. Okay. So simply come over to the type of content you want to connect, go to Facebook again and connect more pages as you want for proper reviews and viewing sections. All right. Then moving on, we have this on the right hand side as well. So if you want to quickly compose a draft or if you want to quickly compose a post, you can come over here to the compose section, write in any post you want to, add in your product links, brand content sponsors, whatever you want to add them over here. And then you're going to keep a post for schedule. So you're going to go to auto schedule with Sprout queue. You can queue next or queue last, which basically queues it against a post that is already queued. So if you do queue next, it's going to queue it after that. And if you queue last, it's going to queue it before. No, I'm sorry. If you do queue next, it's going to import it and queue it before that. And if you queue last, it's going to import it after your further queues. Okay. So basically, this is the main idea. Okay, this is the main concept of Sprout and how you can use Sprout Social for yourself in the easiest and most simplest way. So yeah, Sprout Social is a very vast platform that gives you the different integrations and features like smart inboxes to talk to your users and answer your messages all from one format. Then we have different use cases for those, and you also get different feeds that you can apply on. You can publish on different feeds and a whole lot more. So these are different things that you're going to want to keep an idea of when you're working with Sprout Social. Now, one thing that I'm going to go ahead to is go to Sprout pricings. Okay. Now, once we come to Sprout Social's pricings over here, basically Sprout Social has 3 to 4 different plans. First of all, we have the standard plan. So the standard plan is quite hefty. You get $249 per month. Professional is $399. Advanced is $499, and Enterprise is obviously contact worthy. So you're going to contact the people and let them know that you want this. So these are the seats you can get, and these are the features you can get for those seats. And obviously, you can get different listing, premium analytics, employee advocacy, and influence marketing. But obviously, do not worry. You can get a 30-day free trial in the start without the use of any credit card, so you can go for that as well. But yeah, generally that's all there is when it comes to discussing about Sprout Social. So if you enjoyed this video, drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great and incredible day, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.